In the Ledger of the Lost, we record the stories of those who crossed a boundary they were never meant to see. This is not a story about blindness. This is a story about what blindness was protecting me from. They say when you lose one sense, the others sharpen. My hearing became a map. My touch became a language. But nobody told me what would happen to the space where my sight used to be. The accident didn't just take my eyes, it took the light. For 2 years, my world was thick and dark, like suffocating velvet. Time passed only by sound, the ticking of the clock, the rain against the window, the vibration of the floorboards beneath my feet. Until 3 months ago, that was when the nights began to change. Or maybe, for the first time in my life, they began to tell the truth. It happens every night at the same hour. A sharp, icy pressure builds behind my useless eyes. The silence of my apartment begins to hum, like a wire pulled too tight. Then, the velvet tears open. I do not see the world of the living. I see a world made of gray mist and silver outlines. My furniture looks like gravestones. My walls look like thin smoke. And then I see them. They unfold out of surfaces. In my hallway, there's a picture of an old forest. At night, the trees in that picture bleed into the room. From between those silver trunks, tall figures step out, their bodies long, liquid, and unfinished. I see the souls of my neighbors too. They float above their sleeping bodies, tethered by glowing threads, drifting like kites in a wind I cannot feel. I thought I was a ghost among ghosts. I thought that because I was blind in the living world, I was invisible in theirs. I was wrong. Last night, one of them came closer than ever before. She crawled out of my mirror. Her body shimmered like broken glass. Her fingers traced the edges of my room, the chair, the table, my coat, as if she were learning their shape. I forgot the only rule I had made for myself. Do not react, do not follow, do not look back. But I did. My ruined eyes turned toward her. My breath hitched. She froze. Where her face should have been, there were only hollow shadows. She whispered, "You see us." Her long needle-like finger reached out and touched my eyelid. Cold, not painful, final. That was the moment she knew. That was the moment the door opened. The pressure in my head snapped. The silver world collapsed. I was blind again. I told myself it was over, that once the vision ended, I was safe in the dark. But then, the darkness changed. It was no longer black. It turned white, blinding, electric. The light wasn't outside me. It was inside. I could no longer see my room. I could see my memories. My childhood, my mother's face, my wedding day, the sound of my own name. And something else was moving through them, slow, deliberate, like parasites of light. Every memory they touched grew thinner, as if it no longer belonged to me. They were not leaving, they were learning me. I understood then. They had not stayed in the walls. They had not returned to the mist. They had climbed into my eyes, and from there, into my mind. They were preparing the space to replace me. I don't see my room anymore. I see only what they leave behind. They are walking through my memories now. Each one disappears after they touch it. They are not taking my body. They are taking me. So, I write this into the ledger of the lost. Some doors are made of sight. Once you open them, something else will learn how to look back. If tonight you feel a pressure behind your eyes, do not search the dark for answers. Because this is how I was lost. Not when I went blind, but when I tried to see again.